G'day folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Bush TV. Well folks, in this episode we break camp from our little hut that we camped in, go and check out some caves just after Limestone Creek, explore some tracks, and then get the 80 series bogged in a little bog hole. From there folks, I roll out and camp in the highest vehicle access point on the Murray River in Victoria. Folks, if you haven't seen episode 1, go and check out the link in the description, and remember to hit the thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to the Bush TV, your support is very much appreciated. Well, nice and early this morning folks, we're up, the fire's going on in the hut. I didn't have a bad sleep last night considering, but I was up about 4 times just to stoke that fire up and keep it going. It rained quite substantially overnight, and it's quite chilly this morning, so I get a couple of brews on the go, and then we hit the tracks and we head to our destination today through the Limestone Creek area where I was in the last trip. Like I said earlier, I'm doing this one backwards, and I'm heading to what's called the Populous. I think that's how you call it. So yeah, it's the highest vehicle access point on the Murray River. So let's get this party started. I need these coffees pretty urgently. That's pretty much all I do in the morning before I do anything, but I have packed up because it's one of those things today. So it's time to get those coffees on the go and hit the tracks. Well folks, the most important part of my day is what I'm holding in my hand, especially on a nice cold crisp morning like today. Well folks, it's time to hit the tracks. The fire's out, the door's locked. Make sure you lock those doors in these huts guys. Don't want any wildlife getting in. A lot of wild dogs up there howling last night and barking this morning. Well, let's hit the tracks guys. Let's get out of here and head that way. Well, after a couple of coffees, I'm ready to go. We put that fire out in the hut and we head off to the 80 series to warm it up on a cold morning. Just like I said folks, we're going to make sure we lock the doors on these huts. If the wildlife get in and lock themselves in unexpectedly, it's not good for them. Also, they will destroy the hut on the inside. It's a nice little track in and out of the hut. And up at this elevation folks, it can definitely get snow. So you've got to have your wits about you when you come into these types of areas. And folks, always prepare for the worst. Always pack the vehicle just in case it does snow, because it can come down in summer in the Victorian high country. In saying that, it's time to hit the tracks to our destination, Limestone Creek, to check out this cave. Okay, what a night in that hut. I'll tell you what, a little bit uncomfortable on the ground, but I worked it all out in the end. It was alright. The fire, I kept it going all night, so, I mean, I slept okay, but broken, like I said before. That doesn't matter. Look, I've had a good time. Had a couple of beers last night, and some from the Bright Brewery. They're nice. I might have a couple of more of those today. I haven't eaten, so I don't generally eat too much in the morning. Just don't for some reason. Those 2 coffees get me through. So in saying that, I might, if I get time, check out a little cave just near the Limestone Creek camp area. It's pretty popular. Most people know about that, so I generally don't bother with it, but I think this time round, if I've got time, I'll jump across the river there, or the creek, and go and have a bit of a gander at it. So right now though, I'm going to sort of make up a bit of time. Sort of left it a little bit late today, just dawdled around a bit because just couldn't be bothered. So pushing 10:30 right now. Seriously, I should be well on the tracks, but oh well. The main thing is I'm enjoying myself, and that's all that's to it. So hit the tracks, get to Limestone Creek. Probably won't film too much of that guys, because you've already sort of seen that in lots of other episodes, and if you haven't, check out the channel, because literally there's so many episodes on that channel. You can just go back and check them out.
Well folks, it's pretty foggy out there and it's cold as well. The last thing you want is to break down in these types of conditions, let alone any conditions. Download this app to your phone and save it, because that could save your life. The app gives you latitude and longitude, plus it also gives you what's called what 3 words. Now you give these 3 words to the operator and they know exactly where you are. If you just need a recovery, well, just call Admiral Towing guys, save that number to your phone and I'm sure the team will come out and they'll get you back on the track. Now I've decided to air down, and I really should not have aired down in these conditions. I should have just aired down back at the hut. You've got to be real careful around here, especially in the fog. Something could come flying around the corner and clean you up if you stop on the wrong spot of the road. Like I said earlier, it's Brumby country, so I'm on the lookout. The evidence is all over the road, but I haven't spotted one yet. Not in 2 days. I know they've been culled around the area and I think it's showing.
Well, this is the spot that I camped last episode with YV Sheds and Barns. Now the reason I'm back here, and well, not the reason I'm back here, because I'm going that way, which we didn't go on that episode, but I didn't get a chance to go over and have a look at the cave and show you guys this little cave because it was just too wet. So, in saying that, this is the little place right now. I'm going to have a bit to lunch. We're going to go for a little walk and check out this little cave. Okay, quick bite to eat, head that way and we'll go and check out this cave. No promises though guys, I might not be able to get in, so let's go and have a look anyway. So there's a bit of the cave just there, but I just went and had a look at it with the torch and you literally got to crawl in like, you know, I don't fancy getting too dirty today. So the main cave part's just up here. Last time I was here, like I said, just too wet, I couldn't get in, so I don't even know if I can get in now, to be honest.
All good and well exploring these types of caves in the middle of the high country, but you have to make sure you tell someone where you are. And I wasn't going to risk going inside that cave, especially on a solo adventure. It just wasn't worth it. We didn't plan on getting stuck inside a cave for a couple of days, or maybe for the rest of your life.
Well, that's as far as I go in there guys. I mean, I don't think it's worth the risk. People know where I am today, but they don't know I'm going in that cave. If something happens in there, who knows how long it could take for someone to find me. Like, yes, the vehicle's there, you know, my hat would have been there, not the point. I don't want to risk it, so not today. Maybe another day when I'm not alone, I might have a look in there. While I got you guys here, I'll tell you what's a real handy app, and it might save your life. That's the Emergency Plus app, guys. That's it right there. So what happens is, even though there's no internet here, it still gives me a latitude and longitude, and it gives you a what 3 words. In other words, if you tell the operator, so if we crawl out of here and get service and you tell the emergency service operator those 3 words, they'll know exactly where you are. So the what 3 words right here are passenger, headpiece, studs. So yeah, that's very handy app you could download and take it with you and keep it with you at all times in the bush. Also an emergency beacon. Can't go past one of them folks. Literally if you pull that they'll come. So if it's accessible by helicopter, weather permitted obviously, they'll come in. So yeah, very handy 2-piece tool to have. so Limestone Creek track. Just a quick one as well. Always enter those sort of cave things at your own risk. Don't follow my lead, guys. Seriously. I take no responsibility for anyone else's actions when it comes to that type of thing. That is one of those things that's your own risk, 100%. So Limestone Creek track goes up to the top of McGarthy's, and that's where we're heading. So let's get on it, because the day's pushing on now to 12:30. So yeah, we'll keep going. There's a couple of sections up here that are negotiable, so a couple of little river crossings as well, or creek crossings. So yeah, it's a good drive. Just also seasonally closed at certain periods of the year, so bear in mind with that. If you come away, do a bit of research, otherwise you'll come across a closed gate and you won't be too impressed at that. Anyway, like I said, this is Brumby country. I haven't seen any, but clearly I've seen a lot of evidence around, like droppings and things. On the lookout, that's for sure. Definitely on the lookout for them. So yeah, I was camped here back in 2000 and might have been 7 or something like that. And there was a couple of boxing kangaroos down there in the morning. It was really good, having a good old box. I haven't seen that since. So anyways, folks, I hope you're enjoying the Bush TV as much as I am getting out and enjoying this content, so, and making it, because it's really good. This is one of my favourite parts of the country, or the high country, is in here. I love it. It's a beautiful area with snow gums and brumbies and kangaroos and wallabies and all sorts of things, folks. It's really, really good. Very, very highly respected. I love this type of country. So let's hit the tracks. Looking forward to today. I've got to get a bit of firewood. There's plenty around here, but we're going to get some more up the top.
Limestone Creek track. It runs from the Limestone Road all the way up to McGarthy's track. The track length approximately 15 kilometres long, and the track's considered to be moderate. This can change obviously with weather conditions. I just love this area. It's one of my favourite parts of the Victorian high country. The ecosystem is absolutely beautiful. The track condition was pretty good, but no doubt could be different if it rained. But at the same, the track is actually pretty well maintained. A couple of little creek crossings, they could easily come up a little bit in the wet, but I don't think it'd be too gnarly. The plan today was to use the camp oven to cook something nice, but that has to wait as I pushed for a bit of time. And I also got the 80 series bogged. Now folks, I sort of got it bogged a little bit on purpose to do a recovery, because a lot of people want to see this. Generally I wouldn't go through these bog holes, but the vehicle is well equipped for those types of conditions. Like I said earlier, the track is classed as a moderate track, but does have a couple of steep sections and steep descents. Remember guys, always carry the right equipment and let someone know where you're going.
Alright guys, this is steeper than it looks on camera, let's say that. This is the Limestone Creek track still. We're heading towards McGarthy's. Just came up a pretty gnarly section before. This one's good, like this is steep. At least that's, I'd say 40 degrees. Things in the back are coming forward, I don't know why. Didn't strap me boxes in, whoopsies. Oh well, I can't fall any further. The beer doesn't get shaken up, that's the main thing. This is pretty steep, so coming down here, we're not that far I don't think from the spot. This would be good in the wet on the way up. I mean it'd be alright, but yeah, it'd be good fun. The sun's out at the moment. I'm really actually surprised. I just touched base with someone back where I live, and that's about maybe 3 hours drive from here, not Melbourne, and it's been raining all day. It rained a bit last night in that hut. It was quite comfortable around the fire while it was raining. It was pretty good, so luckily I had the hut. If it rains tonight, it is what it is. We've got 2 awnings, we'll get the fire cranking up, so yeah, looking forward to tonight. Thought I'd have a crack at that, no issue. Tell you what, a couple of people have had a couple of issues. Even the chicken track in the wet's going to be good. Let's go. I'll tell you what, it's beautiful country up here. This shouldn't be too far now from McGarvey's track. It's just, oh mate, this is beautiful. I don't know what that is. Look at that mountain. Right there. I don't know what it's called, but check this out.
Well, I was right, we're not too far from McGarvey's track. As we come down just a little bit, there's the sign, the Poplars. Hit this track folks, and it's only a stone's throw to the campsite where the Murray River is. There's a number of spots down here, one to the right and one back behind me. On the other side of the Murray, it's wilderness area, so we stay right away from that and camp on the Victorian side of the Murray River.
Well folks, I'm here. Only took about 6 hours in the saddle. That's including everything that I got to do. Well, this is the highest vehicle access point on the Murray River just there. And that river crossing just there, as you've seen it when I came in, right there, that used to be a river crossing. It used to go to the other side. Now, New South Wales owns the Murray. So theoretically we're in Victoria right now, but as soon as I step foot into that water, I'm in New South Wales. The other side over there is wilderness area. That's why they've blocked off this river crossing here. So that was a long time ago. I camped here in 2006. That was blocked off then. It was a long time before that when they did it. A mate of mine had camped here and gone across and camped on the other side, not even knowing when it was accessible. It was back in the day. Anyway, we're here. It's time now. I've got to go out and I've got to pick a spot. There's a couple little spots. There's a track just there. I might go down and have a look, but I think I'll camp just down there. That's where I camped last time in 2006. Now, like I said, I'll check it out down there. The weather is going to come in today, so my priority right now is to get some firewood. I don't have any. There's not enough down there anyway. I sent a tiny bit, so I'll go for a little bit of a drive, grab a bit of firewood and get set up and go from there, because like I don't want to be getting that in the rain, right? I want to have the swag rolled out and everything done. That can do it at once. Then we'll get a fire going and crank up that camp oven. Alrighty folks, so some of you want to see me do a recovery. Now, I've just come across this bog hole, and as I went in, water must have got into the old FZ and it spat the dummy. I lost momentum and now I'm bogged. So let's get it out. Right, so first guys, I'm going to try a single line pull. It is pretty deep in the mud. I can't go backwards, and it's bottomed out at the back. So I'm going to have a crack at a single line pull. See what happens. See how we go from there. Otherwise I'll double line pull this thing out.
Guys, when winching from trees, even if they're dead, I prefer to use a tree trunk protector. This doesn't just save the winch rope, but it also saves the tree from being ring bark.
Righty, so if it starts moving, obviously you can see it's pulling to one way. What I'll do is I'll switch the winch over to that tree there, because we don't want to bind it up, right? So if it doesn't, we'll double line pull and we'll see how we go.
Folks, I don't have a proper winch dampener, also called a winch damper blanket. In this case, I'm using the Bush TV jumper. Anything's better than nothing. If this thing snaps, I mean, it's not cable, but we still don't want nothing coming through the windscreen. As you can see, it doesn't take much to get the old girl moving again. but she is stuck pretty deep in the mud at the front end. It's not diffed out, it's just stuck at the back on the Hayman Reese, so the pumpkins are actually clear from the bog hole. After getting out and resetting and doing a switcheroo, you can see what's happening here. It's winching, but the vehicle's not going anywhere. In fact, the tree I'm winching off starts to get pulled out of the ground. So I've reset again, and this time round I've decided to do a double line pull of the old school snatch block. Now bear in mind, the old girl is not twin locked and she sits on 33s. Guys, it's got a rear locker, but in this situation I'm letting the winch do most of the work as I don't want to dig the hole deeper. And as you can see, a double line pull doubles the strength, and it doesn't take much to pull the old girl out.
So recovery took about half an hour, probably a little bit less. As you can see, I only pulled it out like with the winch probably 5 foot, not even that, to get it going. On the entry of this bog hole, it spluttered, so that's where I lost my momentum and power at the stop. Obviously couldn't then put it in reverse and couldn't do that because the back end had like literally bottomed out on the Hayman Reese on this bog hole.
After catching up with a couple of other four drivers on the track, going out to get a bit of firewood, I'm back in the camp and it's time to unload the car and get set up for the night.
Okay folks, I'm a little bit behind the 8 ball at the moment. I have met a couple of people that were here, spoke to them for about an hour. Plus I got bogged in the bog hole, so it's about an hour and a half down. So the first priority is right now is to set up that awning, which I've done it. We've got a bit of shelter if the rain does come, because it could at any minute. It's a little bit drizzly, right? River's just there, that's the Murray. I've got me firewood, so I'm going to cut that up right now and get a fire going so I can warm up the camp oven.
Knowing that there's some potential rain on the way, it's always good to split a bit of wood and keep it under the car to keep it dry.
Alright folks, I've got another one from the Bright Brewery, and no, they're not a sponsor. This one I think was like a test beer they made. It's the Fresh Hop Monster 25. It's a double IPA. It's a whopping 9%. So, and it's a big can. So the river's going, the fire's going, and that's going to go down nicely. 9%. Smell that hops, it's beautiful. Doesn't taste like it's 9%. That's the good thing about it. 3.1 standard drinks in it. I used to brew these beers way back in the day. Remember one day I put 2 kilos of raw sugar in, and gee, you'd get home from work and pop one of those long necks. Whew, you'd know about it, right? It was probably about as strong as that, to be honest. So this is a real good drop. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna get that seed out. Like, I need to take a little break. Look, as much as I'm running out of daylight and I want to show everyone everything, I need to sit down and just take a break. I'm getting hungry as well, so that fire's going now. So what I'll do is I'll spend about 5 more minutes just setting up a couple of little things around this place, right? Tidy up a bit of the firewood, put it underneath the car there in case it rains. Frying pan will come out very soon. I'll chop up some sweet potato, whack that on the frying pan with a Scotch fillet steak, and I'll cook up a little bit of veggies in the billy tonight, and that's it for me. So big day. We're camping at a beautiful spot on the Murray River. Listen to the river going. It's beautiful. Those guys are cutting wood over there, so they're behind me. I might even go over and say hello to them later on. I'll see how we go. So we'll see how we play it out before it gets dark and how I feel. Again guys, cheers and thanks for watching. Righto folks, it's time. It's getting a bit on, so I'm going to cut this in half right down the middle, well after we cook it. All I'm going to make tonight, it's going to be basic. It's just 2 steak sandwiches out of the 1 Scotch fillet. I really can't be bothered, I'm too tired to cook up anything else like chopping sweet potatoes and doing the billy and all that. I could do it, but look, to be honest guys, I've had a big day. I'm too tired. I just need to smash that steak and then chill out. Tomorrow, on the other hand, we'll do a couple of other things. So let's do it. Let's put this on and a nice couple of steak sangers. Let's go. Can't wait. I've got the perfect fire to cook on, folks. It's all coal based. There's a little bit of wood on the side. I can just stoke it up whenever I want. I'll throw that frying pan on again in a minute, but I won't get it too hot. Just enough to seal the other side of that steak. We'll roll it we'll get it real hot. We'll roll it round, and yeah, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait. Oh, I can smell it already. Oh, Scotch fillet, beautiful. So you can see, guys, I've got the other awning out now as well because it's drizzly on and off. It's weird. It's not enough to sort of get wet. You know when it's drizzly, right? And you're out and you're working, you're cutting wood or you're doing whatever you're doing, it's only a little bit of drizzle, but within 20 minutes you're like, geez, I'm drenched wet. It's not even quite that, it's just a little bit of sort of, well, it's starting to get to that stage now maybe, but it's all a bit of misty sort of rain, not even. So yeah, I might pull the seat in under here in a minute because it's not, I mean, like I said, not that bad, but 15 more minutes the seat could be wet, and I don't want to have a wet, you know, what down there. So anyways, we're going to roll that steak in a minute nicely. Can't wait. I can smell it. I bet they can smell it down there actually. It's smelling the whole lot. It's smelling the whole place out. It's beautiful. Bring the seat in, roll that steak and get it on those stangers, guys. Sit back and relax. Might crank the fire up a bit and we'll see you in the morning. I'll show you the end result for this. There's nothing special, bit of salt and pepper on it. Done, easy meal. Well, we've done well tonight. Fire's going over there, it's beautiful. There's no wind, there's a little bit of drizzle. Steak sandwiches are going down and the frothies are going to follow. And that's the chicken. Well folks, everything's cleaned up, fire's cranking right there. I'm going to sit down in that seat right there and have this, and I'll see you in the morning. maybe, just maybe, if it's not raining, I'll make a bacon and egg sandwich. We'll see. I'm not a big one to eat in the morning, but we might just do that tomorrow. So yeah, enjoy.
Well, unfortunately, that brings this episode to the end. If you've enjoyed watching the Bush TV and you like this type of content and you like to show your support, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell notification to let you know when I'm dropping the next video. In the next episode of the Bush TV, we continue the camp at the highest vehicle access point on the Murray River. Then we break camp and we head up Davies Plains track to the old Charlie's Creek burnt hut site. From there, we go and check out the private hut, Buckwong Hut, and we continue our travels into another hut that's off the grid, where I make a nice pizza in the camp oven. Again folks, stay safe and stay tuned, and thanks for watching the Bush TV.